You guys, this is my sickly baby, you guys. That's the one that I have to take to the hospital, go get tested in a couple weeks. I'm not gonna explain nothing else because she don't want me to. Guys, it's triples. Galaxy is 3,000. If y'all want me to tell y'all about my baby girl's health, go ahead and send the galaxies.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
Ashley Trevino, aka the inmate hopper. I would like to suggest a new name for her. The gift that keeps unfortunately giving. Because ever since the week of Thanksgiving, this woman has been on the most chaotic crash out run ever known on TikTok, on the internet. It all started with this insane Thanksgiving live session where we're going to run down the events, and then we're going to run down the events of her live December 8th, where she did a lot of chaotic things, but let's get to that when we get to that. So let me take you a couple of days before Thanksgiving. Ashley Trevino lets us know that she is going to be out of town for the holidays. Well, for Thanksgiving. That's great, we all say. And she says that she's going to be spending it with a family member, aka her tia. We later find out that she's going to be pulling up to El Paso, Texas. And this stirs controversy, with one TikTok user saying that she also lives in El Paso and will be beating Ashley Trevino's ass. Well,
literally, I don't even know her name because she's irrelevant. But she made a video like picking up her hair, and she's like, "When you find out Ash Trevino is in El Paso, what the fuck are you gonna do?" She's like, "When you find out Ash Trevino's in El Paso, I'm in El Paso and I'm gonna fuck your baby daddy. What are you gonna do?"
Oh my god, corny, lame, boo, tomato, 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 I'm throwing tomatoes.
anyways, after what is a 9-hour drive, she pulls up to her tia's house and they, embrace. And by the way, I think she films in front of her tia's house, or they end up finding out the tia's name and all that, and essentially the tia gets doxxed. Remember, she's traveling with her 2 teenage daughters, so these are 2 underage girls, and that's not good. Well, anyways, Ashley Trevino makes herself at home, pulls out her Amazon Alexa, which is something like she's just known for, tells, "Hey Alexa, play Como La Flor."
Would you like to create a routine where I play Como La Flor on your preferred days at 6:45 p.m.?
Yes. Just kidding.
Okay, I've created the routine.
I cannot stand her.
You can edit any time.
She knows Como La Flor is my favorite song.
Anyways, it's Thanksgiving Day, by the way, and we end up finding out throughout the live time, because she's live like basically all the time. We end up finding out that this tia person isn't actually Ashley Trevino's family member. She's a random woman she met on TikTok, but she's known her for a while, so whatever. Remember, she brought her 2 daughters here, which is a choice, but now, furthermore, she has her 2 daughters with her, and her location has been doxxed. This is no good. And so you would think Ashley Trevino would think, I need to be around my daughters and be, near this house because, there are people who can pull up and, there's people already kind of giving me threats. Ashley Trevino doesn't think like that. Ashley Trevino is an idiot. And she says to herself, I'm going to go to the bar. And her tia go to the bar. And this is where, remember that lady who was basically, pushing, egging on, threatening Ashley Trevino? She pulls up to the bar.
What's up? And once she started calling me out, it was like, okay, bitch, what's up? Like I'm gonna go to you, because you ain't gonna fucking call me out like in public and shit on fucking TikTok, bro. Like you're not gonna call me out, bitch, and me not do nothing. Like remember that, Ash. You ain't gonna call out no bitch and them not go up to you, fool. Like you need to stop doing that shit. Like you need to stop. Because one day somebody's gonna get you. And that day I fucking pulled up and your bitch ass didn't want to fucking do nothing. You didn't fucking get up. You got up and fucking were trying to run away, bitch. Like, so.
Oh my god, corny, lame, boo, tomato, 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 I'm throwing tomatoes.
Anyways, this bar decides to kick her out. She's told to pay her tab and, get the hell out. Because people are supposedly calling the bar, telling them that they'll go over there and beat Ashley Trevino's ass. Which, Jesus Christ.
So they made me cash out because they said that people online were saying that they were going to come beat me up.
Anyways, after essentially getting kicked out of the bar, you know, really showing herself to be a chicken. And again, I'm not like for violence, but I'm just the type of person where it's like, if you're gonna like, you know, if you're gonna seek out the smoke, if you're gonna be about the smoke, then like be about it, you know. Like there's a reason why I would never be all like, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna, you know, because I really wouldn't. You know, like I'm not gonna be, we're not gonna have a moment like we're on Baddies East type of thing. Anyways, so she gets back to the house. She gets back to her tia's house. Remember, the same place where she left her two teenage daughters. And we're at an address that has been doxxed, where essentially thousands of people know that two minor children were there. Um, in a house that like from some woman that she only really knew from the internet. Um, well, this is where the live gets even more fucking insane because firstly, the Tia starts trauma dumping. Nothing wrong with that. Only thing really that's wrong with that is that Ashley Trevino just lets her to keep talking, doesn't mute it, and just starts talking, you know, going on about this trauma and stuff. And no, Tia, we're not mad at you for that. We're mad at Ashley Trevino for not like muting it. Like it sounds like this she's telling her some very personal things that happened to her, and she's just like she's just eating and not saying anything about it, and it's just like what the fuck.
The abuse is no longer a secret. Yeah, it's not. You know what? The abuse is not a secret. I hid it for so many fucking years.
Where is she gonna leave? Because my dad keeps...
Where is he at?
Outside.
Your mom's talking to her.
If she hates me the rest of our fucking lives, I don't fucking care.
I'm just scared. You will leave. You will leave. He keeps calling you.
I'm okay.
It's stressing me out. You need to leave. I'm scared. I'm just looking for my home. You need to leave.
We're trying to. Because in case I didn't get an Uber. Okay.
I don't have a number.
And there's a reason why I say that Ashley Trevino is the gift that keeps on giving, because the ex-husband of Tia pulls up, and well, a really unfortunate situation we get to see on live. Essentially, it seems like the ex-husband pushed her, he got violent, the police had to be called, and the only reason we know all of this is because Ashley Trevino really, for real, like just kept the live on. And that's the one thing that really upsets me or gets me like annoyed about this situation. It's like, girl, you had so many opportunities to mute the live. Like we didn't have to hear any of that. But Ashley Trevino, I think she's always drunk, but she's also an idiot. Like I'm so sorry about it. She's a dumbass, and like had no common decency. Like even when her aunt was trauma dumping, or it's not her aunt, her tia, when this poor woman was like trauma dumping, she couldn't have been like, okay, let me mute myself. Like instead she's like, no. And then just like to not even mute it or turn off the live while the whole situation is happening, it's just fucking awful. And yeah, that was an insane fucking Thanksgiving. So anyways, after this she just kind of goes dark, and she never really talks about this situation. She just says that her and the Tia are still in contact and that everything is good and dandy.
It's Tia and it's not Tia.
Oh, thank you for the star map. I want to ask, why would you do that to Tia? She let you stay in her house. She let you stay there with your kids.
You're her representative?
Listen, not only did you leave your kids, you leave your kids at this random lady's house that you just went, hi Haley or Eviana, I didn't see which one you were. You leave them at her house all alone. When you go out, you get drunk, you call somebody a W slur. You call somebody the W slur. And then you get back home, and then her ex-boyfriend busts in the door, starts beating her, and you stay online. You stay online, you have that in the background, her getting beat in the background.
Okay, what are you trying to get out of this? What are you trying to get out of this?
Why did she save Tia?
What are you trying to get out of this? What are you trying to get out of this?
I want the truth out of you. I want the truth.
Who are you? The lawyer?
I'm Brittany, and I want the truth. I want the truth.
Clock it. You waited till we left. Clock it.
So after what seemed like a pretty chaotic Thanksgiving, you would think our girl would decide to calm the hell down. Well, this is Ashley Trevino, and she is the gift that keeps on giving. And she decided to give us a gift this Sunday, December 8th, 2024. You see, our girl had been drinking that night, which, by the way, Ashley Trevino drinks so much on her lives and stuff. I think she want to say she's an alcoholic, but man, she does drink a lot. Like, it's like the middle of the day and she'll just be drinking. Anyways, she was embarrassing herself quite a lot on her live. Seemed like this day she had been beefing with random people again. You know, typical things. TikTok battling people, but unfortunately, during these lives, her daughters would keep coming in and telling her, "Hey, you need to get off live soon. You need to get off live soon." You know, AK, like it's time to put the camera down. You're kind of embarrassing yourself, low key, like cut it out.
I know. He's 22. I'm 35. Yes, he knows. I know. We know our age difference, okay? I've already seen his beepy, and he's already seen my nunu, okay?
You need to get off later. You're saying stuff that people do not need to know.
Okay, well,
Okay?
I don't know where the mods are.
You need to get off soon, okay?
And Ashley Trevino being Ashley Trevino, being an absolute fucking thick head, didn't think through. I think this means I need to shut the fuck up. I need to calm it down. No, she would give us probably one of the worst moments ever to be seen on TikTok live history, even surpassing her insane Thanksgiving fucking awful galore. So while she's on live, battling and talking to these other TikTokers, she would end up getting in a live with this guy named Santos. And I would basically describe him as a typical TikTok clout chaser, just going from situation to situation to get clout and things like this. Well, anyways, they would start bantering and getting very, very flirty, and then just getting absolutely fucking spicy, deplorable, and not something that a woman who has two children should be doing on TikTok live. And I don't mean to be like this prude or this person who's like not with it, like you know what I'm saying, but it's like when you have children, or when I feel like decency type of thing, like what are you doing flirting like like it wasn't even flirting, it was like straight up like what would be a spicy FaceTime call in front of like 12,000 people.
Let me see. Let me see.
Brother,
And this, ladies and gentlemen, would lead to probably one of the worst things ever seen. And essentially, quite a few things happened. Let's run them down. They kept talking about freakiness, taking some vocabulary from Shorty Bay, freakiness. She kept sticking her tongue out. Actually, Trevino. Santos kept egging her on. Gross. She kept grabbing her cherries. Okay, gross. And then just to top it all off, she showed a rose toy. Oh my. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, she gave us a nip slip. And yeah.
Look what I have charging.
Yeah, charging. Oh, you don't need that when you have me.
brother,
You're fighting with them. You got something hiding right there, no?
Loser has to have an intimate phone call with the next person.
Okay.
And I got her charging ready.
I could be anything you want.
Are you gonna be my baby? I'm gonna be like, send me home.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
Anyways, after all this, finally she would decide to get off her live. And she did it after just embarrassing her whole family bloodline. No, just kidding, but really embarrassing her poor daughters. One of her daughters seems to have a TikTok account, and she would come out and say she would apologize for her mother's actions. And it just seems overall like it seems like this lady has like Peter Pan syndrome. You know who she really reminds me of? She reminds me of Peter. And Peter at his worst moments. Peter Griffin, by the way. Like, it's so funny because she literally is like a prime example of Peter Pan syndrome. Like, she acts like her daughter's ages. like she acts like she's like them, and it's so embarrassing. This woman is probably one of the worst locales, I think, by far, because with the other TikTok locales, it's like with some of them it's like they're young, so they can kind of you can kind of be like, okay, they're stupid and young. And a lot of them, they don't have children. They do have like family, but they don't have children. They don't have people who depend and look up at them and stuff like that. And the thing with Ashley Trevino, she's a whole mom, dude, and she's acting like this. She's acting like a crash out. This is so embarrassing, and it seems like it's really affecting the daughters. And my heart goes out to the poor daughters. It seems like they are the ones who have to suffer through this, like suffer their poor mom's terrible decisions of doing these ridiculous things on live. And these poor girls have to go to school. And I mean, I just hope that I think it's really important to know like that this doesn't reflect on them, and it just makes their mother look worse and awful, which still sucks. And I feel really bad for them, like I really do.
Yeah. Did it smell? Did it smell? Hey, let me go pee real quick. I'm gonna go pee.